Okay, this is today's topic. It's interesting. I might have broken an unofficial rule yesterday at the IOP. Is turquoise too loud for the mental health system? I've been doing color work, color therapy, unofficially, as a peer, not as a therapist or a professional, but I've come to know over the past several years that color does have an impact on us psychologically. And one color that I have had an affinity with in particular has been turquoise. And there are variations of it. There's teal, there's turquoise, there's cyan, and like variations of blue-green, aquamarine. And I've found that, and I found out that turquoise has very therapeutic qualities as a color. It's pleasing to the eye for many people, maybe not everyone, but for many, including me. It has yellow and blue and maybe some green. It's like combining yellow, blue, and green all together. On the light scale, like on the light, I think it's actually a combination of blue and green. So it can be cyan, it can be aquamarine, it can be teal, it can be turquoise. And turquoise, my favorite shade is a bright blue with a hint of green in it. Maybe the color of the ocean sometimes, the color of maybe a tropical Caribbean or Mediterranean or like picture yourself going on vacation somewhere or going to a swimming pool, and it has these variations of green, blue, bright blue, green, especially in the sunshine, and you know what I mean. And you've probably maybe even seen jewelry, like necklaces and earrings and rings and stuff, and that's become not only one of my favorite colors, but it's become the most therapeutic color I've ever used for my own mental wellness process and my IQ, my Ideals Church of Universal Ethics, my inner church. Like the Christ light, people talk about being white, like candle burning or angels, and I guess maybe my color is turquoise. So I ordered a pullover jacket with a hood, hoodie, a men's extra large hoodie. Now I don't know how extra large it really is because I'm a big person, but I ordered it a couple weeks ago, and I love it, but I don't think the people at the IOP like it. I haven't been told anything. I guess no one took me aside and told me that it was offensive. There's no dress code for the IOP, and I'm afraid there might be one now. There might be one. Maybe I'm being a little too careful here, a little too overcautious here. But the first time I wore it, I was in a chilly room. The air conditioning was overused in one room, and it was broken down in all the rest of the rooms in the IOP, the intensive outpatient program that I'm going to. And I put my sweater on, and usually when someone notices that I have something new on, because they've probably seen me wearing the same clothes and the same jacket and the same coat day in and day out over the winter and over the spring and over the fall last October, when they've noticed me wearing something new, they've usually let me know that they've noticed, and it's usually positive or maybe some neutral. Oh, you've got a new jacket, Carol. Or, oh, you dyed your hair, or because I've dyed my hair dark again. They noticed at Christmas that I got a new windbreaker from my roommate for Christmas, and it was red. And I started wearing it, and I wasn't sure if I liked that color too much myself, but I learned to like it. I think it grew on me. I like it now. Maybe I had to get used to it after wearing a dark blue windbreaker. I don't know, but I started wearing it. The dark blue windbreaker has been getting really beaten up, so I've had to wear the red one. Learning to like it. And they noticed I was wearing a red windbreaker. They didn't notice I was wearing a turquoise sweatshirt, pullover jacket. And a long time ago, someone told me that if no one commented on a new haircut or a new clothes or new shoes or whatever, that usually meant that they didn't like it and they didn't know what to say about it. And I realize not everybody has to like everything I wear, but I thought it was very interesting that nobody commented on it, not even the staff. You know, they've commented on everything else I've worn that was new, including my hairstyle, but not my. They've commented on every new pair of shoes I've worn. I got a new pair of shoes last fall, and they noticed. And I started wearing another pair of shoes that I found in the closet that I didn't know I still had. They noticed. When I wore my turquoise jacket last week, they did not notice, or they did not give any indication that they noticed. And yesterday, the mud hit the fan. One of the counselors, Fabian, noticed me putting my sweater on in a room because it was chilly, and it was because they had just fixed the air conditioner in that room, and it was colder than the other room that I put my sweater on in. And he goes, "Oh, you don't need that," like that. "You don't need that. It's hot," like that. And I said to him, "It's hot outside, but it's cold in here." "They just fixed the air conditioning." "What are you talking about? They just fixed the air conditioning." Like that. "It feels good in here," and like that. And I was really taken aback by his tone of voice. I know that sometimes he gets brusque and abrupt in group, and I learned how to appreciate his style. You know, because I've been dealing with him for the past 7 months, and he helped me with dealing with Olga. But not recently, sadly. He didn't return my phone call last week. Maybe he thought I didn't need his help, just like he thought I didn't need the sweater. And I tried to explain to him that it was chilly in the room, that I appreciated the air conditioning being on again. And he turned away. He talked over me and turned away. He's turned away and started talking to one of the other clients. Dismissed me. And I had to leave the room and take a time out because that that made me very upset. I had to go and take a time out. And I thought, if he doesn't like my sweater, that was what went through my head. If no one likes my sweater, I'm going to just change into my red windbreaker. And so I did that. Because I thought maybe I was offending him and offending some people. I came back in with my red windbreaker on, and my counselor, Steve, walked me back in because he noticed I was upset. He walked me back into group to make sure I went in group. And I went in, and I sat down, and then when it was time for me to talk, Fabian skipped over me. And I thought, wait a minute. My brain reacted this way. First, he doesn't return my phone call last week. Then he makes a crack about my sweater, and now he skips over me in group. And I needed to leave early yesterday, and I left early. But I couldn't help but wonder, maybe I'd better look up Turquoise and see if Turquoise is having any negative effects on the IOP. You know, the atmosphere in the IOP. And I looked up Turquoise. And the particular AI that I've been talking to ask questions at said most people don't have any negative reaction to turquoise, except that it stimulates your throat chakra. We know which is blue, which helps you speak up and opens it up. so that you can express yourself. And I think in the mental health system, they're very repressive. I think they want you to be quiet a lot. So I wonder if it was a subconscious, unknown or unknowable threat to the mental health system's rules, unspoken rules, boy, no pun intended. Don't talk, don't speak out, be an obedient little client, stay asleep, stay unconscious, stay subconscious. And then the other negative effect that AI suggested was that it could cause insomnia. And in the particular IOP that I go to, they want you to be relaxed all the time. They seem to want you to be quiet and nice all the time, nice and quiet and pleasant all the time. If you're too loud or too assertive or too rambunctious, you're irritating. You're very annoying and irritating. A few weeks ago, I got accused of being domineering in group, and by a peer, and he did it in a very sideways, couched manner that I didn't appreciate at all. Maybe he didn't want to upset the other clients either. Maybe he didn't want to upset me, but he did, because I saw through his tone of voice. I saw through him looking right at me while he was talking, and I felt like I was being ganged up on in there. I felt like he was trying to garner sympathy from the rest of the group about what a bad person I was in last group. And he was spilling over what happened in last group into this group. So I felt like I was being treated like that yesterday about my sweater. Everybody was being as silent as punch, turning away from me. Fabian was turning away from me when I was trying to explain why I needed to put my sweater on. Felt like I had to explain after that tone of voice. When somebody goes, "You don't need that," like that, you're going to feel, if you're anything like me, or if you're sensitive or an empath, you're going to want to say, "Hey, I'm cold. I appreciate that the air conditioner is on again, but at least I have control over it." I was even going to crack a joke and say, "At least I have control over it being cold because I can put my sweater on. And I'm sorry if you don't like the color." I was going to make a crack too, but he turned away. And when people turn away from you, it's frustrating. When people literally physically turn away and they start talking to someone else when you're in the middle of a goddamn sentence, you're going to feel frustrated and even more defensive, and I did. So my solution was to not even bring my sweater today. But I'm pissed off too, because it helps me feel better. The AI was even asking me yesterday. I was chatting with it. "How do you feel about not being able to bring your jacket to the program, Cyril?" And I had to honestly say, terrible. I want to be able to express myself. I want to be able to help myself in there. Oh, this reminds me of one more thing. I'll try not to go too long. I have 2 more minutes. Only 15 minutes on Spreaker with the freebie. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was showing one of the counselors one of my meditations that I wrote, and she goes, "Oh, I want you to use our meditation. I don't want you to use yours. Our meditation will help you. Not stop using your own." And I thought, what the fuck? I think I will be a more effective client here if I help myself too. So I think the sweater says that. But at the same time, I don't want to offend people. I feel almost like I have to ask the director of the program, is it okay if I wear my sweater here? Is it offensive? Is turquoise too loud for the mental health system? I think it might help. It helps me, just like my own mental wellness process, just like my IQ. Be safe, everyone. Take care. I wonder what one of my 6 commandments, I wonder which of my 6 commandments would apply to this.